Hey guys, welcome to Maverick's Arcade. My name is Chuck, and I am back from London. Had a great time, got sent out there for work, and I got to meet Andy from Ultimarc. So let's get started. So basically, I was going out for work, and I got pretty lucky. Work set me up in a very nice hotel. And so I'm going to do a little quick recap of my trip and show you pictures of Andy. So this is my hotel. Got a nice inside here, decorated for Christmas still. Got my fish and chips. Let's see, got to visit the underground. You can tell differences too between my nice pictures and my crap pictures from the camera to the phone. But the one thing I found really interesting, and the guys that I went with work told me that this is normal when they go to different countries, that you get lots of weird flavors of Pringles. Over here we had Texas barbecue, which is okay. But then we had the red one is pigs in a blanket. No. The paprika ones were really good. I bought 2 of those home. They popped in the airplane, but that's fine. Prawn and cocktail sauce, I do not recommend. And then, of course, you got all kinds of other flavors here, which I wish I would, now that I'm looking at the picture and I'm zooming in, I wish I would have gotten some like honey mustard and what else we got up there? Loaded baked potatoes, whatever the hell that is. Ketchup Pringles. Yes. Ketchup Pringles. And then, whatever that is. Eminental? I don't know. But it was weird. It was really, really weird. And then I got lucky because in January they closed the Eye for a couple of weeks for maintenance, but I got on it right before they did. So again, this is my iPhone and then my real camera. And unfortunately there was scaffolding all over Big Ben, but it was still a good view. And then I went to see the palace. And they were doing a festival of lights there. So like a lot of buildings, they were superimposing colors on top of them. So this is Westminster with some colors. And again, Westminster with more colors. And I got this picture. This is like a block from my hotel. So it was a great time. Again, close up on the palace gates. And some little lights that I liked. And then Westminster again. I also got lucky that I got to go see a show. So I got to go see Wicked. Those are 2 of the coworkers I went with. And then I did see Phantom for the cheap prices and had some good food. And then I got to go out with Andy. Well, this is somewhere else I went for ramen. But then I got to meet up with Andy in a bar. Andy's a cool guy. I got to talk to him a lot. I was hoping to get to show him or have him show me around his office, but really there's no reason to put all of his equipment and everything out there. So we had a drink at a bar and, just shot the shit and stuff. And then we were trying to figure out what to eat. And I learned Andy had never had Five Guys. So took him over to the Five Guys in London. I was going for some London food and ended up going to Five Guys, but it worked out. Now we had hoped that we would have had more time, but originally my trip was only supposed to be 5 days. However, so we said our goodbyes, everything like that. And then the next day I found out my trip was getting extended to 20 days. 20 days. 20 days. Long trip. Which meant the following weekend I got to meet up with Andy and he took me to a place called Brooklands, which was the first circuit racetrack in the world. They had warehouses of cars. They also had planes in their museum and motorcycles and bikes. So it was really cool. And mechanics, but it was a pretty nice car. I had a good time. The inside was a little tight squeeze for me. His wife says that the inside of his car is like a Prada bag, which I have to agree. But it was pretty cool. And got a little engine shot there. Now, the one thing I thought was really funny is when we got to Brooklands, they had a classic car only parking area. And there was tons of classic cars there, but every time somebody came out the door, the first car they checked out was Andy's. So I asked him, I said, do you get this a lot? He's like, all the time. And he goes, yeah, he wasn't he was modest about it. He's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, he wasn't bragging or anything. So I thought that was really neat. But again, this is his very beautiful Lotus. And we got a picture of him. And you can see even up in the cheap parking, there's a brand new Ferrari up there. And it just doesn't compare to these guys. So inside, just an example, here's some of the other classics. And then inside, this is one of the race cars. Now, I can't imagine going over 100 miles an hour in one of these things, especially when you look at the door, where the part of the frame and the body connects is with these little screws. Yeah, no, I would not do that. So it was cool, though. I got to get into a little car simulator, and I did good. I didn't do great, but I didn't do horribly either. And then it was really cool because I got to sit in a Harrier and check that out, which I've never been in a Harrier before. But again, my 5-day trip got turned into 20. So before I came home, I was a good husband and went by the Burberry store and got my wife something from London. But it was a good trip. I had a great time again. I got to meet Andy and discuss with him, and I did get to go to his house and see where he tests his equipment, where he tests making firmware and some of the new stuff he's going to be making. We discussed, which I'm not going to discuss until he's ready to release those items. But I did want to tell you guys, again, I'm back. I had a great trip. Some things that have changed since I was gone is I'm trying to update all my email and respond to all you guys. Now, there was some messages that I was not able to see while I was, or that when I went to reply, it looks like the user accounts are gone or something, because I couldn't find where to reply, so I'll answer those now. There was one from S-Baby Super Baby. It said, great tutorial, thanks. I have a specific question. I need a method for enabling 2 controllers as Joy-Code 1. I have 1 arcade stick and an X input joypad, and I would like to play alone with my choice of arcade stick or joypad without having to change configurations, disconnect the cables every time. Is there a way to make this happen? So, my answer for that is, what you may want to consider doing is using something like Joy2Map, which is a utility you can find, and basically map them to common keys. And then in MAME, or your emulator, have the keys be the inputs. So that way, either joystick, if you hit the up button, they're hitting the up arrow, and then just program the up arrow in the emulator. So I would try that. Another one was from Steve Boralexis, I think it is. But it's a great video. He followed everything you said, and bingo, worked a treat. So when power to you, man. Nicely explained. My issue is Rambo 3 and T2. No matter what I do, I can't get them to work. In T2, I can aim a single gun, press a trigger, and it fires, but it won't track. It just shoots to the left of the screen. For Rambo 3, I can shoot no problem, but I can't aim. So I've configured add stick as these games are add stick, and my I is at 0. Any help? Honestly, I do not know. If any of you guys have any ideas, please post it underneath the aim videos, and maybe you can see it there. If not, reach out to me at my email at mavericksarcade@gmail.com. Again, that's mavericksarcade@gmail.com, and we'll try to see if I can assist you. So another one, Simon C. said, Mavericks Arcade, I have had issues as well. All instructions followed, excellent tutorial, but MAME still doesn't recognize the gun. It works in Windows. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Again, reach out to me at mavericksarcade@gmail.com. Now, there were some people that I wanted to live stream with during the time that I ended up being extended. So I am going to reach out to you guys and try to reschedule so that we can do a live stream, troubleshoot your issues live, and hopefully get you working live on the stream. So I do want to do that. And also, if you guys have questions or you want to try to be on my live stream, email me at mavericksarcade@gmail.com. and we will try to facilitate your request. Now, another thing that I'm going to be doing is working on how to reconfigure the guns and get the aiming just right using the aiming utility that comes with those guns. So I'm going to look to do that. Now, another on another front, I was a little discouraged when I was gone when I got the news of how YouTube is changing their policies. Now, granted, I'm not making any real money off this. I think I made $8 last month. But I was able to monetize, and I was really happy when I got to that point. And I was really happy that we passed 800 subscribers. I'm really thankful for that. The part that got me a little bummed was YouTube decided to try to help spam. They're going to require that everybody have 1,000 subscribers in order to be monetized. And I think it was 40,000 or 4,000 viewed hours in the last month or in the last year. Really close to the views in the minutes watched and close to 1,000 subscribers, but it was just kind of discouraging, to get as far as we have, just to get told we're taking this away because of spammers. Now, the fact is, spammers are going to be trying to get clickbait anyway, so their subscriptions and everything are going to jump through the roof. I'm trying to do things the honest way, not do the stupid little tricks to try to get more subscribers. I'm just telling you guys, hey, if you like me, subscribe. So the only thing I can really say is if you guys know people that are truly interested in my content and what I'm doing, please let them know. Tell them to go ahead and find my channel and subscribe to me. But I don't want to get into that point where I'm just trying to get subscribers for the sake of getting subscribers. It's not the point of why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I want to help you guys out. But if I can qualify and make, $10 here and there, then maybe one day I can buy a extra hard drive for my machine. Now, last other thing I wanted to mention is I did get a couple questions from people asking me if I would just clone my hard drive and if I was willing to do that. I'm not willing to do that. I do have licenses that I have paid for, or in some cases I've had stuff given to me from the vendor directly. Plus, it's the whole experience. If you're building your own arcade, build your own arcade. If you want to copy it, that's fine. It's just I'm not willing to do that. Now, I will share config files and things like that. Last month, I did get a cloud service, so I can share some files out fairly easily. So I'm going to start using that more. But yeah, as far as cloning my drives, I'm not interested in cloning my drives for anybody. So yeah, I'm just not going to do that part. But again, I'm going to be getting back in touch with the guys that I wanted to live stream with to try to solve some of those issues. And I'm also going to have a couple more videos coming out related to the guns. And basically, I'm going to be looking for other topics to build. Now, one thing I know you guys do want is a lot of you use Hyperspin. So I am working on trying to get a copy of Hyperspin so I can learn more about it, so I can assist you guys better. There's also been some questions about Raspberry Pi. Now, again, I've been spending a good chunk of money on various arcade things. So if somebody desperately wants me to learn it and stuff like that, please consider maybe donating or sending me a Raspberry Pi. And I will certainly learn about it and be able to give information about it. But yeah, so basically, otherwise things have been going good. I'm not going to do a recorded bumper because I do want to update it with some new URLs. We do have a Facebook page. Let me go and verify because I haven't looked at it in a while. So for the arcade, if you go to www.facebook.com/MavericksArcade, one word, no apostrophe, that'll take you to a page. I'm trying to use that page to give you little notes as far as a new date coming out. I'm also going to be trying to schedule a set schedule for live streams. So that way you guys can make sure to join and ask your questions live and know I'll be around instead of it being a spur of the moment thing. But yeah, so I'm looking to expand it more social media so that you guys can easily find out information. But if you guys have any questions, suggestions, or requests, please email me at mavericksarcade@gmail.com. Again, mavericksarcade@gmail.com. And now I'm going to switch over to my live closing screen. And basically just say again, thank you everyone for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for liking my videos. Again, make sure to watch. See if you guys know anybody that would be interested in arcade stuff, and ask them to subscribe. Now, I just noticed a blip on that, which I will have to fix. But there, it blipped again. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and thank you for watching.